Chances are if you clicked on this video, you really want to get a tattoo, but the fear of what it feels like is holding you back. Most of the information that you find online will tell you that tattoo pain is unbearable and the worst pain ever. Or you'll read that it feels like nothing. Either way, conflicting information makes it impossible to understand what getting a tattoo feels like or ease your mind when it comes to tattoo fear. Trust me, most of the stuff that you see online is extremely exaggerated one way or another. So that's why in today's video, I'm going to give you the honest truth on what getting a tattoo feels like. Now, I do have quite a few, so I should be a good source of knowledge regarding this topic, so you're definitely going to want to stick around. And if you are someone that has a tattoo already, be sure to leave a comment below describing what you think a tattoo feels like. I want to start off by saying that you watching, you need to stay calm. I remember when I wanted to get my first tattoo and I was already freaked out about the needles and the pain, which led me to do a bunch of research online, and pretty much none of the information was there to help me out. It just freaked me out even more. There are people that are out there, whether you're talking to somebody in person or you're watching a video online, that will make getting a tattoo sound a hell of a lot worse than what it actually is. You freaking out about it is just gonna make matters worse, and also it's not really good for your mental health. Trust me, I was there before and it was not fun. It sucked. Bad. Now, aside from people saying it is the absolute worst pain that they ever felt, there's also people out there that say it wasn't bad at all. Now, I want you to understand that everybody takes pain differently. And also, everyone has a different pain tolerance. What is pain tolerance, you may be asking? Well, that is how you personally can deal with physical pain being inflicted to your body. Now, it sounds pretty scary, but let me explain. You could get a good sense of what your personal pain tolerance is by thinking back of all the physical pain that you endured throughout your life so far. For example, if you were someone that broke a bone, or you got burnt, or maybe you had a child before, chances are you have a higher pain tolerance than other people. So when you talk to somebody and you're getting a bunch of different answers on what a tattoo actually feels like, just know that everybody handles pain differently, so it kind of varies from person to person. But women have a higher pain tolerance than men. It's scientifically proven, and you could do research on that. So yeah, but with all of that being said, people will still exaggerate what a tattoo feels like, whether or not they're saying it's extremely painful or they're saying that it doesn't feel like anything and it's painless. But we'll be getting more into that in just a minute. The next thing that I want to talk about that is huge when it comes to getting a tattoo and what it feels like is the placement and the design. Understand that there is some parts of the body that are more painful to get tattooed than others. Now, the way you can determine what spots on the body will hurt more is by knowing where your sensitive areas on your body are. For example, if you are someone that is ticklish in certain areas, or in lack of better terms, like to get smooched in certain areas, chances are getting a tattoo at said areas are gonna hurt a little bit more. Also, design and size. Obviously, if you are somebody that wants to get a bigger tattoo, it's gonna lead to a more painful experience because it's more hours in the chair. Being in the chair longer will allow your body to endure more needles and wear it down. And when your body starts to get worn down, it's gonna cause a, pretty less enjoyable experience. And I just mentioned needles, and I need to bring this up because this is something that I was really scared about. You need to understand that the needles that you're most likely already afraid of, which is like getting shots with syringes and stuff like that, are totally different than getting a needle from a tattoo. Let me explain. As a person that is still to this day terrified of needles, this took me a while to understand, but I'm gonna try my best to explain right now. You see, your skin has a bunch of layers to it. So when you go and get a needle, like a shot, for example, that is puncturing through all the layers into your skin and either going into a vein or the muscle. When a tattoo needle hits your skin, it's only puncturing the first 3 layers of your skin, not going all the way through. And both tattoo needles and the syringe cause a different feeling. And another determining factor of what your tattoo is gonna feel like is your personal artist you go to. Each tattoo artist is different. Some use different equipment to apply that tattoo, and some just tattoo differently overall. For example, if you go to an artist that is using a rotary tattoo machine, typically those are the tattoo machines that make that really loud buzzing noise, that is going to feel slightly different than a tattoo artist that uses a air-powered machine or a battery-powered machine. Also, when it comes to the artist applying the tattoo, if say they are heavy-handed means that the tattoo artist is using a little bit more pressure with the machine to apply the tattoo. That is going to make the tattoo experience a little bit more painful than to say if you were to go to somebody that has a more lighter hand. Now, if you have a tattoo artist that is heavy-handed and does great work, that is perfectly okay. I'm not telling you to go change your tattoo artist just because of this reason, but I just simply wanted to let you know that this is a determining factor when it comes to, you know, what it feels like. All right, so I know I said earlier that you shouldn't be listening to what people say online when they describe what a tattoo feels like. But with me having a YouTube channel based around tattoos and also being a tattoo enthusiast, this is my 100% honest opinion on what getting a tattoo feels like. Now, we talked about pain tolerance earlier and how important it is when it comes to being a deciding factor on what a tattoo feels like. Me personally, I don't consider myself having a high pain tolerance. So taking that into consideration and also knowing that my tattoo artist does not have a heavy hand, the most honest answer I could give you when it comes to what a tattoo feels like is that it is a just annoying hot irritation on your skin. This is going to sound pretty weird, but for example, if you were to get your hand and take your arm, say you were getting a tattoo here and you just started rubbing it really fast, your skin starts to get like hot from the friction and also starts to get a little irritated because the feeling is just constant. Combine that with a vibration feeling on your skin, that is literally the best way that I could describe what getting a tattoo feels like. That is the honest truth. Now, I do want to add, if you are someone that is going for a lengthy tattoo session, like it's going to be a couple hours, the longer you're in the chair, like we discussed earlier, your body is going to get worn down and it is going to cause you a more uncomfortable experience. But seriously, honest truth, that is the best way that I could describe what getting a tattoo feels like. I don't want you to feel the same way I did and get pretty much scared out of getting a tattoo that I really wanted. I know that you'll be able to get that tattoo, and once you get in that chair and the tattoo session starts, you're really gonna say to yourself like, really? I was worried about that? If you wanna learn more about tattoos, check out this playlist right here, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.